Hey everybody, this is my newest Blu-ray update that I have for you all. Yeah, I know it's been a while. Like I said in my last update, I've just been having some camera issues. You know, it's not that I don't want to make any videos, it's just that I've been having too many camera issues and I've just not gotten around to getting a new camera yet, so I figured, you know, I might as well just go ahead and do one and get it up on YouTube, because I know some people have been asking where I am. So yeah, I've got quite a few that have built up since the last time I did a video. I got quite a stack here, as you can see. Now I'm going to go through some of these kind of fast. I'm not going to be like I am in all my other updates where I sit there and, you know, I describe the plot and what I think and so on. Like, I'm going to do that with some of them, but for the most part I think in this update I'm just going to stick with showing you the movie, opening it up, and then just telling you what I think about it. I will describe some of them, but you know, a lot of people have told me that you know, they've always been like, why do you have to describe the entire plot of the movie? It would be so much better if you didn't do that, and so on. So I figured I'd give that a try and just see how it turns out. And plus I want to make this video as short as I can, because I want to get through these. I want to get through all these in one video, so let's go ahead and get started. Now the first 5 or 6 of them I have to show you are actually blind buys that I haven't gotten around to watching yet. So these first few I haven't actually seen, so I'll just quickly show them to you, and then if you want to, you guys can tell me what your thoughts are on each one of them. So the first one is The Departed. I started watching it like when it first came out and couldn't get into it, and then I saw bits and pieces on TV, and I figured, well, I found this for cheap, and I figured, why not? I might as well give it another go, which, as you can tell, I haven't yet, but if you want to, please let me know what your thoughts are. Next one up is Children of the Corn. I picked this up basically because Halloween is coming up and it was on sale, so I figured I'd pick it up. Even though I'm really not a big fan of scary movies, I figured, why not? But yeah, I will watch this around Halloween eventually. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Next one that I got is called John Q. Haven't seen this one yet either. I've heard it's about a guy that has a son that needs like some sort of medical procedure done, and like the hospital won't do it or something, and so therefore he like holds them hostage until they'll do the procedure. It's something like that, I can't remember, but it sounded pretty good, so I picked it up. The next one I got, I don't even know why I got it, but it's called What Doesn't Kill You. I found it at a used DVD store in my town, and I figured why not, because it was cheap. But to be honest, I'm not sure if I'll ever watch this. It was kind of like a spur of the moment thing that I picked up, but yeah, if you have seen this, please let me know what you think. And the next one that I got is Sling Blade with Billy Bob Thornton. This was in like a $7.99 bin at Best Buy, and I figured, you know, it sounds good, I might as well pick it up, so there's that. And then the last blind buy I have to show you is called Into the Wild. This is definitely the one out of all these blind buys that I've been wanting to see the most. I've heard all kinds of fantastic things about it, so I'm looking forward to watching that. And now on to the rest of them that I have seen. First up, of course, you all know that I was going to get this, but I got The Lion King Blu-ray. I did actually get to see this in the theater when it was re-released in 3D, and it was just as good as I remembered. I'm not going to go into too much detail about this, but this was actually the first movie that I ever saw in the theater. I was about maybe 3 or 4 years old or something at the time. But anyway, I just barely remember it. You know, I remember like bits and pieces here and there, but seeing it in the theater again, it really brought back a lot of memories, you know, of when I watched this growing up, and that time I had in the theater when I was little. So it was definitely special getting to see this again, and it looked fantastic on Blu-ray. I still have to say though, I think that Beauty and the Beast looked a lot better than this one, but this is definitely a close second when it comes to the Disney movies on Blu-ray. But yeah, we've all seen this story, so I don't need to really go into the plot, but there's this one. It's a very nice edition. You've got the 3D, the Blu-ray disc itself, you've got the DVD, and then the digital copy in the back. And this is the 3D one because the coupon that I had was only for the 3D version or the box set. And I didn't really want to get the box set, so I figured I'll just pick up the 3D version since it would be cheaper, so there's that. Next one up that I got is Goodfellas. Was never really that big of a fan of this movie, but you know, it's not bad. I've seen it 2 or 3 times and I like it better each time, so yeah, I have a hard time describing this movie, but pretty much everybody's seen it, so it is a pretty good movie. It is kind of overrated and a little too long for me personally, but I really enjoyed it. I especially really enjoyed Joe Pesci's character. I thought he was really funny. But yeah, there's that. And the next 2 that I got, I just picked up yesterday. And the first one is Mrs. Doubtfire. This is definitely one of my favorite movies growing up. It's also one of those movies where, like, if I have a really bad day, I can just put it in and it instantly cheers me up every single time. But yeah, this one's really funny. It's about a guy that's going through a divorce and his wife gets custody of their kids, and so in order to see them every single day, he dresses up as a woman and pretends to be a babysitter, and that way he can be with his kids without his mother knowing. But then, you know, like, just a bunch of funny stuff happens along the way, and it's just a really, really good funny movie. I would definitely highly recommend this. There's that one. And the next one that I got is Sweeney Todd. I was definitely really glad to be able to get this on Blu-ray. I've been hunting for it forever, but it's always just been way too expensive. But I finally found it for $10 at Walmart, and I figured, you know, might as well pick it up while I can, so I did. Just got it yesterday, so I haven't been able to check out the picture quality yet, but from what I've heard though, the picture quality on this is excellent, so I'm definitely looking forward to watching this, probably tomorrow. But there's that one. This was actually my favorite movie of the year that it came out, so I'm definitely looking forward to watching it again since it's been quite a while, so yeah, there's that one. Next one that I got, this was a gift. I wasn't really planning on getting it, but it's the Big Lebowski book. I've seen this about maybe 1.5 times or so. I forget, but yeah, it's a funny movie. It's really overrated in my opinion, but it definitely has its moments. Pretty much it's about a guy that has like a false accusation brought against him, and all these people are after him, and that's basically what it's about. I can't really describe it. It's been a while since I've seen it, but yeah, it's really funny. I would recommend it. It's a really nice set. It's one of those Blu-ray books, which I don't have very many of, but there's that one. So yeah, pick this up if you can. Next one that I got is The Godfather Part 1. I do have the box set that they released like 2 or 3 years ago, but I found this for a cheap price and I figured I might as well pick it up. This is a really good movie. I remember, like, in the past I would try to watch this so many times on DVD or on TV, like whenever it was on, but every single time I would try to watch it I would end up falling asleep or giving up within the first half hour because I would just get so bored, you know, to the point where I just couldn't take it anymore. And finally one night I put it in and I said, I'm just going to sit through this whole entire thing and I'm going to watch it because everybody keeps saying it's like the greatest movie ever made, and so I'm going to sit here and I'm going to force myself to watch it and try to like it as much as I can. So I finally got through the first half hour, and once things really started going, I really realized that, this really was a great movie, and in the end, I was like, I really did enjoy that. I haven't seen it since then. I will watch this again very soon, but, minus the first half hour, this really is a great movie, and I would definitely highly recommend it. I still think it's kind of overrated, but still a very good movie. I would definitely recommend this. And next up we have Crash. I know a lot of people really hate this movie. Personally, I don't understand why. I've only seen it once, and I really, really liked it. I can kind of see why some people don't like it, but to be honest with you, I really do think that it deserved the Best Picture winner, over all the others. But yeah, this is a very good movie. It's pretty much like about these different stories, like separate stories, and they all kind of come together in the end, one of those kinds of movies. But it's a very disturbing but a very good movie. I would definitely recommend that you watch this. So there's that. And the next one that I got is the Scarface Steelbook. I have to say this is probably one of my favorite things I own in my collection. Not just in Blu-ray, but like as a whole, like DVDs and everything. As you all know, this is in my top 10 of all time, and so I was really excited when they released it on Blu-ray, and I got it like the day it came out, and this is a really, really nice box set, or a steelbook. I know you've all seen it a million times, but here it is again. But yeah, this is a really fun movie. It's about this guy named Tony that escapes his country to come to America to have a better life, and then he gets all caught up in the drugs and the money and all that, and he pretty much loses his best friends in the process. And it's really good. I know a lot of people hate it, but I really like it. One of those movies where like I went into it thinking I wouldn't like it, but definitely really liked it in the end. So there's the inside of that one, and it has the original too, which I've never seen, and I probably never will see that, to be honest. But so yeah, that's Scarface. Next one that I got is Bad Santa. Really, really funny movie. I really enjoy this. It's about this man played by Billy Bob Thornton, and he dresses up as a Santa Claus at Christmas every year, and it's basically, about his miserable life and everything, and then he meets a kid that kind of, turns his life around for the better, in a small way. But it's really, really funny. Like, it's pretty bad though, content-wise, but it's really funny. There's several times throughout the movie where he just loses his patience and completely blows up on the kid and says all these horrible things, and you're sitting there thinking about how horrible that is, but then, the kid just sits there and stares at him like he's an idiot, and it's pretty funny, how it turns out in the end. But yeah, I would give this a watch. Definitely not though if you're easily offended, but this is definitely a really funny movie. And there you've got the inside. And the next one that I got is Pirates of the Caribbean 2. It's been a while since I've seen this, so I can't really describe it that well, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Pirates of the Caribbean series. I saw the first one when it was in theaters, but I can't really remember it. And the second one, this one right here, I didn't want to see it, but I was sort of dragged to see it, and I really enjoyed it. This movie was really funny, very enjoyable throughout. And then when I saw the third one, I was like super disappointed, and then the fourth one I never did end up watching, and probably never will. So yeah, I really like the second one. It's very funny, which is what I really liked about it, so I would definitely recommend this one. and this is a 2-disc or a 3-disc edition. Alright, so next up we've got Ice Age, another one of my favorite movies from when I was a kid. It's basically about these Ice Age animals that come together and they find this baby boy, and they're basically going on this quest to try to find its parents so that they can return him to the parents, and just, you know, a bunch of things happen along the way. But it's a very, very cute, funny movie. I would definitely recommend it. And it looks great on Blu-ray too, by the way. So there you've got that. And next one that I got is Platoon. Haven't been able to check this out on Blu-ray yet, but it was cheap, which is why I got it. I think this movie's kind of overrated, but it's still really good. It's a movie based on the Vietnam War. That's pretty much all you need to know about it, but yeah, this is a good movie. Very sad in parts, but it's still good. So I would recommend this too. And let's see, we've got about 4 left here, so I'll try to go through these kind of quick. I know the time's kind of getting up there. So next up I got South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. This is actually the first time I ever saw South Park. Like, I think before I watched this I had only seen like one South Park episode in my whole entire life. And I can't even remember why I chose to watch this at the time. But I do remember though being like absolutely just completely shocked at the end by how, you know, vulgar it really was. I mean, I still thought it was funny, but like I was just so disturbed and shocked at the end, because I just really wasn't expecting that. But it's still a really funny movie. It's basically about it's a really stupid concept. You know, if you haven't seen it, you'll think it sounds crazy. But you know, that's pretty much the whole idea when it comes to this show. But basically it's about the 4 South Park boys and all the other kids in town, and what happens is they go and see this movie with these 2 guys, and the movie puts like a lot of bad ideas in their heads, and they start going around, they start saying and doing the same things that these people did in the movie, which, you know, were bad things. And then the parents get upset and they decide to act against it. And so the creators of this movie that their kids were watching, basically what happens is they get arrested and they're going to be executed. And basically these the South Park boys are going out and they're trying to stop it from happening. And like I said, it's really, really stupid, but it's really funny. I would definitely recommend watching it. And then there's that one. Next one that I got is Rocky Balboa, which this is I think the 6th one. I forget how many there are, but yeah, this one's really good. I haven't seen all the Rocky movies. I haven't seen number 4 and number 5, but I've seen all the others. And I think this is definitely one of the better ones. It's about Rocky Balboa. He comes out of retirement to fight this one boxer that's like 30 years younger than he is. Something like that. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I remember it being really good. If I can get it open. So there's that one. Now this next one's my mom's. I've only seen it once, but I figured I might as well show it anyway. And it's The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. This is a Holocaust movie about this boy. His father is a Nazi, and he forces his son and the rest of his family to come live with him, like near the concentration camps. And his son doesn't know like what all is going on there, but he ends up meeting this boy that's in the concentration camps, and they become really good friends. And it's really not that graphic compared to, you know, like Schindler's List and other Holocaust movies like that. but it still is really disturbing. I know the ending is extremely disturbing, and to be honest with you, I would say that the ending of this movie has to be probably one of the worst things I've ever seen in a movie, you know, when it comes to, you know, being disturbing and emotional. Definitely one of the most disturbing and emotional things I've ever seen in a movie. So, yeah, this movie's not graphic at all until the ending, but I'm not going to give that away, so I will say though, just be prepared to feel really sickened at the end of this movie, because it does get extremely disturbing at the end, but it still was a good movie. I don't think I can ever watch it again though. Like I said, this isn't even mine, I just figured I'd show it anyway. But yeah, I would recommend watching this at least once. And there you've got that one. Alright, I've got one more for you here. I'm kind of losing my voice, I hope you don't mind. But the last one I got for you here is Friday Night Lights. This is a very, very underrated movie in my opinion. I saw this in the theaters when it first came out. I think I was in like 6th grade or 7th grade or something like that. But this is a really good movie about a high school football team who's trying to win a championship, and some of the players' stories and everything, you know, outside of football. And can't really say much without giving it away, but very good movie. You all know I really like sports movies. I know a lot of people hate them, but I personally love them. And I think that football movies have to be the best ones out there, you know, in my personal opinion, but I really wish more people like this. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't, but you know, everybody has their own taste. So there's that one. So yeah, that's my update for right now. I'm sorry I didn't give as much detail as you probably would have liked. I just wanted to get this up on YouTube because people have been asking, and I just keep putting it off, and I figured like I just won't do that anymore, so I might as well just get it up there on YouTube. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.